Sometimes the things we carry inside of us are too heavy to say out loud, but it doesn't make them any less real. I need to talk to you, not just to be heard, but to be understood. In the silence, my mind races. My heart screams words you've never heard. Can we find a space where we can finally speak without the weight of the world making us second guess every sentence? What if the words I've been holding back are the very ones that could change everything between us? I need to share what's inside, but only where it's safe, where only we exist. There's a moment in every relationship where we realize our thoughts are unspoken, our feelings unshared. Let's carve out a space just for us where no one can interrupt the truth we need to voice. I'm not asking for answers. I'm not asking for solutions. I'm simply asking for you to listen as I let these unspoken feelings spill into the air just for a moment of clarity between us. Every moment we're not speaking is another moment of distance. Can we find a place, even for just a few minutes, to let everything out and reconnect with the rawness of who we are? There's something so powerful in unspoken words, and yet, when they are finally shared, they hold the power to heal. Let's talk without fear of judgment, just a conversation where only truth can reside. I've spent so many nights alone with my thoughts, and now I just need to be heard, not to explain or to fix anything, but just to be seen in this moment, in all my vulnerability. It's not easy opening up about the things we bury deep within us. But here, in this space, with you, it feels like the only thing left to do is finally let go. The weight of unspoken words can tear us apart little by little without us even noticing. Let's break the silence before it suffocates us, and finally talk about what's been hidden for too long. My thoughts are tangled like a knot that just can't be undone. But maybe, just maybe, if I speak them aloud, they'll untangle and I'll find the clarity I've been searching for. We've always been afraid of what might come from these conversations, but I'm starting to believe that the only thing we have to fear is never having them at all. It's amazing how much we can hold inside, thinking it doesn't matter, until one day it does. I just need to share this moment with you, to say what's been sitting silently in my heart. Sometimes the things we need to say are not the easiest to hear, but they're the ones that matter the most. Can we talk? Can we give each other the space to be truly honest? The weight of my thoughts is like an anchor, pulling me under. I need you to help me lift it by listening, by understanding, by simply being present in the truth I'm ready to share. There's a kind of peace that comes when we speak freely, when we say everything we've been holding in. Let's create that peace between us, a quiet space to say what we need to say. In the silence, I wonder if you feel the same. My mind is filled with so many thoughts, but none of them seem to reach you. Let's find a way to speak, to finally bridge this gap between us. When the world is too loud, it's hard to hear ourselves. But in this quiet moment, let's speak to each other from the heart, with no fear, no interruptions, just pure connection. There's so much I've been keeping inside, wondering if I'm ready to let it all out. But the more I wait, the more it feels like the right time might never come. Maybe now is that time. Words are powerful, but silence is even more powerful when we don't allow it to control us. I need to speak, not because I want to change things, but because I need to let go of what's been suffocating me. It's easy to pretend that everything's fine, but the truth is, we both know something deeper exists. Let's talk, not to fix things, but to release what we've been holding onto. If we never have these hard conversations, we're always left wondering what could have been. Let's stop wondering and start talking, even if the words are imperfect. Sometimes it's not about fixing things. It's about giving ourselves the space to express what we've been too afraid to admit, even to ourselves. There's a vulnerability in sharing what's on our minds, especially when it feels like we might be misunderstood. But that's the only way forward, isn't it? The only way to truly connect. My heart is filled with so many things I want to say, but I don't know how to begin. Maybe this is the beginning of a conversation we've both been avoiding. I can feel the weight of my emotions pressing against me, and I just need to share them with you. I don't need you to solve anything, just to listen and understand. There's a kind of healing that happens when we speak our truth, even when it's messy and imperfect. Let's find that healing together in this moment with no one else around. In the stillness, I feel like I can finally breathe. There's no judgment, no expectations, just the freedom to speak what's been locked inside for far too long. The truth isn't always pretty, but it's always necessary. If we can't speak it to each other, what else do we have? Let's open up, even if it's just for a moment. We carry so much with us, thoughts, feelings, memories, and sometimes it feels like they'll crush us if we don't let them go. Can we talk without holding anything back? Our silence is heavy, and I can't carry it anymore. I need to speak, not because I have all the answers, but because I want to start the conversation we've been avoiding. There's a kind of intimacy that comes from vulnerability. When we allow ourselves to be completely open, we create the space for something beautiful to grow between us. I don't know what you're thinking, but I know what's been weighing on me. It's time to talk, to let the walls down and just let our truths flow. Sometimes I wonder if you feel the same way I do, but I can't know for sure unless we speak about it. Let's stop guessing and start talking so we can both find the clarity we need. There's a quiet strength in sharing what we fear. I've been afraid to speak these words, but the more I wait, the heavier they become. Can we finally talk? What if this conversation is the one that changes everything? What if, for once, we finally speak everything that's been left unsaid and find a new way forward? I've been holding onto these thoughts, hoping they'd fade away, but they've only grown louder. It's time to share them, to let go of the fear and speak honestly, without fear. The more I keep inside, the more it feels like I'm breaking. I need to release it, to finally say what's been haunting me in the quiet spaces of my mind. There's a kind of freedom that comes when we stop pretending and start being real with each other. Let's create that freedom together with every word we share. I don't expect you to have all the answers, but I do need you to hear me. Can we talk without judgment, just two people speaking from the heart? We've spent so much time avoiding these conversations, but I think we both know it's time to face them. Let's stop hiding from the truth and finally let it out. There are moments when words escape us, but that doesn't mean they're not important. Let's make space for the words we've been holding back and let them finally take form. I don't know where to begin, but I know I can't keep carrying this alone. Maybe just saying it aloud will help. Maybe it won't, but I need to try. Sometimes we need to hear the words we've been too afraid to say, even if it's just to release them from our own hearts. Let's give ourselves that gift today. In the quiet of our shared space, I need to speak the things I've been holding on to. Not to burden you, but to unburden myself. Let's share this moment of truth. There's a beauty in honesty, even when it's difficult. Let's speak freely, without fear of how it might be received, just the truth between us. It's not about solving everything. It's about sharing what's inside. I need to talk to you, not to change anything, but to simply express what's on my heart. In this world full of noise, I need a moment of silence where we can truly hear each other. Let's create that space, just for a while, where only our thoughts matter. Every word I don't say is a weight on my soul. Let me speak them, even if they don't make sense, even if they're messy. Let's just talk without any pretenses. I feel like I'm drowning in my thoughts, and the only way to stay afloat is to share them with you. Will you listen, even if I don't have all the answers? The things we don't say can haunt us, but they don't have to. If we can find the courage to speak them, we might find peace in the process. I've been afraid of what might happen if I open up, but I think the fear of never sharing these thoughts is far worse.